What is your never again brand, item, store, or restaurant? Temptations cat treats. There's something in those things that turn cats into absolute junkies. One of my cats refused to eat normal food for days on end because of those damn treats. My mom had to sprinkle them over the cat's food, otherwise he wouldn't eat the food. Was a very old, very thin cat, so she kept doing it. I had the pickiest cat ever. I couldn't even give her tuna. She loved those damn cat treats, and refused anything besides that, Meow Mix, peanuts, and wheat thins. Yes, she was exceptionally strange. Ad&T from back in the days of long distance, said they'd get me a good rate to Thailand, which we call all the time. Bill comes and it's 10x the advertised rate. I call. The first guy can't fix the bill. I escalate to a manager. He says you are correct. I'll fix your bill. Next day he calls back and says we've decided not to fix your bill. Back in early 2000s, I had them for long distance calls as well. They charged a crap load of money, so I called to cancel the service. A month goes by and I get another bill from them for like $90 for maybe 15 minutes of calls. I contacted customer service and they said that while I canceled my long distance, I didn't cancel local long distance, so they kept charging me. It took hours for them to concede that when I canceled my long distance service that I was canceling all the long distance. They still wanted to charge me for the calls, but agreed to charge my new company's rate, which was 5 cents per minute. I actually had to send them a check for 60 cents. F at&T for wasting hours of my life and so much of my patience to wring 60 cents out of me. You should have sent a check for 61 cents, forcing them to refund you 1 cent. They'd probably send you a 1 cent check and a bill for a $35 check processing fee. Planet Fitness. Moved back to my home state from SF. Forgot to cancel my membership. Tried from the app, nope. Tried from my local Planet Fitness, nope. Said I had to mail in a copy of my license and proof of membership. So I canceled that credit card because that was easier than getting my membership canceled. I lived a few miles away and they told me that I cannot cancel over the phone or on the website. When they made me come in personally to cancel, the woman at the desk whined why? When I said I was there to cancel my membership. A grown woman. Probably because people who work in places like that get in big trouble if they process a membership cancellation. Kind of the same way GameStop employees get in trouble if they don't upsell enough crap no one wants. Yeah, it might take a while, but they'll likely send you to collections. Tried the same trick on Gold's Gym and it didn't pan out well. Dollar Tree shredded cheese. Just don't. Please don't be like me and try it. I bought Dollar Tree cheese singles once. No temperature on earth could have melted them. It was gross and fascinating. My mother bought this cheese and we used it for burgers. The cheese, instead of melting, curled upward when we put it on the grill. It was no different than a piece of plastic. Asbestos cheese. I've seen it sometimes called shredded dairy product because it doesn't meet cheese standards. I ran out of cheese for tacos and didn't want to run to the store, ran into the dollar store and got cheese never again. It sat on top of the taco meat mocking us. Never even looked like it was going to melt. I think the package even says not formulated to melt. I know this because it sat on top of my chili like confetti. Nah, the worst are the fact there's some that says new formula melts like. What's in this formula I'm eating? The dollar store in my area has $1 steaks. I can't imagine trusting a $1 steak to not kill me. There is a video of some guy reviewing them. It's not that they are bad, it's just so little meat. They are actually more expensive per pound than regular grocery store steak. He does lots of Dollar Tree food reviews, including the canned hamburger, complete with bun. Web link. Complete with bun. I once bought one of those just to see what was inside. I was pretty sure it wouldn't actually be the juicy, grill-marked, inch-thick strip loin pictured on the cardboard packaging. Package said 28 grams, which is a hair less than 1 ounce. It was a gray-brown, waterlogged, vacuum-packed beef shaving, 3 fingers wide, as long as your hand, and sliced so thin you could actually read through it. like prosciutto. It looked like something you might find floating in a dubious bowl of pho. No, I didn't eat it. I'm naturally curious, not naturally stupid. So that's $16 per pound. That would have to be pretty damn good to be worth it. That's the whole thing about the dollar store. It seems like a good deal because it's only $1. Really, it's all either junk crap or regular stuff that's twice what it should cost. If you've ever used dollar store aluminum foil, you know this could not be more accurate. Get the Reynolds foil sheets. They're great and I've only seen them at the Dollar Tree. Sprint. Couple of years ago they let someone buy over $2,000 worth of phones in my mom's name. Didn't ask for ID or anything. They got an address but it was off by a couple of numbers. My mom didn't notice for a couple of months when her credit got flagged when they were trying to get approved for a loan or something. She fought with Sprint to get the charges removed from her credit. We've never had Sprint before, so don't know how that was a massive oversight, especially with no ID and the wrong address. I, on the other hand, have had nothing but good luck with Sprint. I even got $2,000 worth of phones for free. I had Sprint a long time ago and their service was terrible, but we stuck with them for a while because for some reason they never charged us for our phone bill, but it was getting credited as paid. It was a really weird situation. They had our address and credit card numbers correctly set up for autopay, but nothing ever got pulled. We didn't say anything and were crazy grateful because we were poor 20-year-olds lol. DoorDash. When 50% of my orders never made it to me, and one of the drivers cusses me out for having the audacity to ask for my food, they go on the never again list. Me too. I hate them. My neighbors have one of those door cameras. We were waiting for our food. The driver goes next door, puts the food down, takes the photo, then picks it up again and drove off. He stole our food. My phone said my food was delivered. No. Neighbors come over to show me the footage. It took me a week to get my full refund. They tried to call me a liar because the driver said he delivered and he tried to call me. Why did he try to call me if he delivered? Logic. They didn't want to give me the full refund because they paid the driver. Not my problem. Give me my money. I can't buy the food again with the money you're trying to give me. Like I said. A week. It took a week to get it back. Buttholes. And F you driver, you vagina. I work night shift at a hospital. The other day I woke up late, ran out of the house, got to work, realized I forgot my wallet and had nothing to eat and didn't even eat at home. I ordered DoorDash because Uber Eats said no service and I was desperate. So I wait and watch the map, order gets picked up. I gave literal directions for how to get to where I'd be. Mind you, I had to walk literally 12 of a mile to get there because it's laid out stupid and it started to rain. I see the driver go around the wrong side of the lot to a completely different building with a different address. I text them again how to get to me. Then I see my package marked delivered and I was so flipping mad. I called them and they were like, all we can do is refund you in 3 days or give it credit, and I was like, what I want is my food. The thing I paid you for. They were like, that's all I can do. They were pushing for the credit. I was like, absolutely not. I've ordered from you guys 3x in 2 different states and have never gotten my food. 3 orders, 3 refunds. This is ridiculous. I was like, I guess I'll take the refund and starve all night, but so help me, every single cent of that money better go back to my account because that driver doesn't get a single cent for stealing my food. Then I told them I'd dispute the charge if I saw so much as a penny go to them. I've uninstalled the app. Never again. Can vouch for DoorDash being incompetent, hostile bullcrap. My order was rarely correct, drivers were often rude, and their website couldn't save my profile information. Yours clothing. I got 3 hoodies for £72, plus £5 delivery, and they were the lowest possible quality you could imagine. Paper thin fabric and some sort of light plastic zipper. On 2 of the hoodies the zips were broke, the other one was on backwards. There was no design, just plain, but the coloring was off and some parts of it didn't look the same as they did on their online pics. One of them wasn't even the same size as the other 2 despite the label saying it was. That one also had some issue on the front. I took them back for a refund and the shop assistants were pretty crafty about it as well. I had to email if I wanted delivery refunded because they wouldn't do it in store. After all of that I kept getting harassed by marketing texts even though in my account I unsubscribed from everything. I ordered some items from them online and wanted to return a couple. The return system is so unnecessarily cumbersome. And you have to pay for the postage yourself. They market it as simplified and easy when it's anything but, having an entirely separate system to handle returns that you have to register with instead of just being able to print off a label, stick it to your parcel and drop it off at the nearest post box like pretty much every other online retailer is ridiculous. Their quality is generally pretty crap, with a lot of polyester and acrylic. I have a few basic tops and some cheap 5-packs of pants from there, but they're super simple cotton in solid colors, so not much room to F up. I generally give them a wide berth. Yes, it's crazy. It seems like they try to heavily dissuade you from returning things no matter the reason and treat you terribly for doing so. They wouldn't refund my whole amount at the store despite it saying online they would for damaged goods, so I emailed to complain and got fully refunded. Greyhound Bus. If you've got no other option, buckle up, it's going to get weird. My dad always says, you don't ride Greyhound to go somewhere. You ride it to leave somewhere. Very depressing indeed. Yup, no AC, busted bathroom. Large unwashed masses crammed uncomfortably close, broken down buses, abandoning you outside of laundromat bus stations. I've seen it all. As an adult, I will never ever get on a Greyhound again. My ex-boyfriend got left behind mid-trip in the middle of Indiana at a gas station stop. The bus left before the scheduled time, with all his luggage on it. BF called Greyhound within minutes and they wouldn't send the bus back to get him. He had to wait a half a day for another bus, then wait like 2 days when he got to his destination before he could get his luggage. Dodge Ram. Bought new, had all service and oil changes done at the dealership. Paid above the monthly note and managed to pay it off about 6 months early. At 4.5 years and 47k miles it throws a rod. Took the issue all the way up the chain. Was told that because the note was paid off, that we got our money's worth on the truck. Our expectation that our truck should function beyond the length of the loan was unrealistic. F Dodge, never again. You mean a connecting rod? It snapped after 47k? I don't care how hard you are on the engine, that's almost unheard of. Had to be a F up in the manufacturing of it. That's terrible, I'm sorry that happened. Wells Fargo. 1. Fake account scandal. 2. Auto loan insurance scandal. 3. Mortgage loan scandal number 1. Changing customer terms. 4. Mortgage loan scandal number 2. 2008. 5. PPP loan scandal. We got our mortgage from a local bank that we liked, and that bank immediately turned around and sold the mortgage to Wells Fargo. I intended never to use them for anything after all this shady crap happened, and now they own my mortgage. Same thing happened to us. Apparently it's super common for local lenders to package up mortgages and sell them to big banks. It's literally written into your contract and you can't get it taken out. Nobody will lend to you unless they can sell your debt without consulting you. Never Again restaurant was Jamie Oliver's Italian. Bloody awful menu, completely pretentious trite. I think they all closed down. Yes. Had an awful lamb stew there that coated my mouth with cold lamb fat. Was told my palate was not sophisticated enough to appreciate real Italian food by both waitress and manager when they asked how my meal was, and I gave the honest answer. F. Off. Somebody tag Gordon Ramsay here to see this. Did you know you can call Jamie Oliver a whore legally? Yell it in his horrible squinty-eyed, massive-tongued face. He said he'd never use tinned salmon in his restaurants as it was disgusting goop. Then he advertised Sainsbury's tinned salmon. Newspaper called him a sellout whore. He sued. He lost. Judge declared him to be a whore that sold out on his publicly stated principles for money. Then he introduced Jamie's Italian, which uses tinned stuff all the time, including tinned salmon. All the sauces etc. aren't handmade. They're bulk produced in large cans and stuffed full of more preservatives than the Queen. British court sounds lit. We find the defendant guilty on 6 counts of being a sellout whore. Well, if you really know your crap. Oh my god, this is mine too. I went to one in London for some godforsaken reason. Absolutely disgusting. Jamie Oliver is my effing enemy to this day. Jamie's been an enemy of the people ever since his jerk rice. Uncle Roger hates him too. Doesn't even own a wok. Hiya. My mum absolutely hates Jamie Oliver. Every time she sees something about him she rolls her eyes and calls him a vagina head. She has a personal hatred for him and it's hilarious. Spirit Airlines. The one time my family has flown Spirit there was a crushed taco salad in the pulled-down desk, and the whole plane smelled vaguely like baby powder. That was your in-flight meal. Interesting, my in-flight meal was a shooter of Jim Beam and a sprinkle of crack. Ooh la la, look at Captain First Class over here. He's taking crack. It's Spirit Airlines. He's obviously the pilot. I worked as a cabin cleaner for a company that Spirit hired to clean the planes. They used to give us 4 minutes to clean what we could. Quick, you have 4 minutes to clean this entire plane so we can sit it empty on the tarmac for the next 7 hours. The whole plane smelled vaguely like baby powder. That smell just gets everywhere. I'm told it's good for covering up the smell of poop, which may be why. I think I'd rather get on a flight that was baby powder scented, than a poop plane. If it's baby powder scented, then it is a poop plane. That's why the baby powder is there. Thank you for watching. If you like our videos, please like them on YouTube. And share them with your friends. Please subscribe to be the first to know about Red Rabbit Reader's new videos. We welcome your comments below. Another of our videos will begin shortly.